Hey guys, Gossip and Reactions Mistake. Texas want the power to arrest and order migrants to leave the U.S. Can it do that? I don't know. Let's see what's going on. For 2 years, Texas has pushed boundaries on the U.S.-Mexico border, bossing migrants across America, jailing thousands for trespass, and striking razor wire along the Rio Grande. And a new challenge to the federal government's authority over immigration, Texas lawmakers on Tuesday night gave final approval to a bill that would allow police to arrest migrants who enter the country illegally and let local judges order them to leave the country. The bill, which Republican Governor Greg Abbott is expected to sign, would become one of the nation's strictest immigration laws if allowed to take effect, and a rare moment of GOP decision. One powerful Republican state senator opposed the bill, saying it goes too far. Emotions also ran high in the Texas House, where Democrats spent hours condemning the measure but failed to weaken it before it passed along party lines 83-61. It cleared the Texas Senate last week. Here's a lot at the proposal. What would the new law do? Texas arresting migrants is not new. Within 6 months of President Joe Biden taking office, Texas troopers began making agreements with border law landowners and arresting migrants who cross their properties for trespassing. But the new law would empower all police in Texas, including officers hundreds of kilometers from the border, to arrest migrants suspected of illegal entering the country. The offense would be misdemeanor, and a judge could order the defendant to leave the country. All right. Critics say the law could lead to racial profiling or the wrongful arrest of U.S. citizens and immigrants who are in the country legally. Democrats also said it would make immigrant crime victims afraid to contact police. It makes sense. One of the Republicans carrying the bill, State Rep. David Speiler, said the law would not apply to residents who have been in the country for more than 2 years. The problem is, how would you know who is legal here, who's not legal? You can't just look at somebody and say, well, this person has their paper, this person don't have their paper. So that's going to create a lot of confusion, a lot of problem, and a lot of lawsuits, for profiling, racial profiling. He defended the bills as having sufficient guardrails and said it would mostly be applied near the border. Well, so anybody that goes by the border now is illegal? Presumption? Nah, come on. This is not round up everyone who is here illegally and ship them back to Mexico, Speiler told a legislative committee last week. Not everybody here illegally from Mexico. We have people from all over the world. Some people come here on vacation and overstay their visa. This is really not nice to point out only Mexico. There's people from all over the world. Stephen McCraw, the director of the Texas Department of Public Safety, told lawmakers that it would be almost impossible for the law to be enforced in any country that was not directly along Texas 1,200 miles 1,900 kilometer border with Mexico, because an officer would need evidence that a migrant had crossed illegally. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. Be a stretch, McCraw said. Testing immigration authority, legal experts, and immigrant rights groups have railed against the Texas bill as a clear conflict with the U.S. government's authority to regulate immigration. Since when does a state deport individuals? Democratic State Rep Victoria Neves Criado said, "That's not a power that states have. That's a power that federal government has. Do your research, do your thing before you implemented something that could get you in trouble." She and other Democrats say the state wants the U.S. Supreme Court's new conservative majority to revisit a 2012 ruling that struck down key provisions of an Arizona immigration law. At the time, Justice Anthony Kennedy said Arizona may have understandable frustration with immigrants who are in the country illegally but can't pursue policies that undermine federal law. Spiro has denied wanting to challenge the Arizona decision, but the bill has given pause to at least one of his fellow Republicans. State Senator Brian Bidwell, an Army veteran who was injured at the Pentagon during the September 11, 2001 attacks, was the lone Republican to vote no, saying the law would usurp powers given to the federal government. It was a rare moment of opposition in the Texas Senate, where Republicans typically vote in lockstep. For the short term, managing gain between our two chambers during this election season, we are setting a terrible precedent for the future by invalidating our obedience and faithfulness to our Constitution, Bedwell said. Texas' massive border operations and his third term as Texas governor, Abbott has made increasingly aggressive measures on the Texas-Mexico border a centerpiece of his administration. In addition to giving police new arrest powers, Texas Republicans are also on track to approve $1.5 billion to continue building more border wall. Texas has also gone to court in recent months to keep a floating barrier on the Rio Grande and to prevent Border Patrol agents from cutting razor wire. W-I-R-E. You know, wire that you put together. I have an accent, forgive me. The efforts have not halt crossing, which have remained unusually high. Illegal crossing did fall in October, a rare piece of welcome news for a White House that has been criticized by the right and left for its immigration policies. Again, guys, do you think it's fair, or should Texas get the power to be able to arrest somebody and deport them right away? Again, it's critical. It's crazy. What can we do? America is a beautiful place. Anybody that risks their life to come here is because they want to make a better life, a better future for people back home, for themselves. And it is unfortunate, America going through their own economic crisis, and people thinking coming here, things gonna be lovely and beautiful. And we have some Venezuelans go back to their country, say this is not what we thought it was. The American dreams is not as easy. I'm gonna do a story on that. We have thousands of Venezuelans say, I would rather go back home. If I am going to suffer, I'll suffer in my country, not in somebody else's country. Again, let me know how you feel, guys. I love what I'm doing. The story is not gonna be saying or told in a perfect way, but at least try to understand the main idea, what I'm trying to say to you. And it's okay if you want to criticize me. I was not born here. I speak 3 to 4 languages. I do have an accent, and some of the words could be difficult, could be hard, but at least I'm trying. Can we all get together and get it done? Subscribe. Bye. I appreciate you. Bye.